So you can see actually before before the snowstorm here we didn't have these branches, but now it has been snowing for the past 2 days. That is day and night. And maybe for today morning actually it doesn't snow, so it is a bit okay. You can see this was a huge tree, but now it has fallen because the ice tend to be on the ice was too heavy. The ice was heavy for the plants, so they tend to drop them or drop the branches. They break the branches because they cannot support the weight. So you can see the other side. Actually, the other side is a pond they find, but now I'm very sure that the water there has formed an ice, and you can see some of the impacts. The branches have really fallen. We have lots of letters here. The branches has really fallen. So actually, these some of the impacts of 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 snowstorm on forest. Maybe someone can do a research on that. Yesterday here, this road was not passable because so we had very many branches, so they had to bring action just to cut the branches so that they can clear the road for people to pass. And also this road, they had to come and clear it in the morning. When I came to job, when I came to the laboratory in the morning, is when they were clearing it. It was not like this in the morning. So now it is a bit okay. But in the morning it was ice. It was unpassable. You just walk on the ice. So I can see it is now melting, meaning that the ice now it has stopped snowing. We no longer have the snowstorm, but the whole night from yesterday, the night of yesterday up to the whole day of yesterday, it was snowing. We had a snowstorm the whole of that time up to now. But when we woke up in the morning, it had stopped snowing. So now it is a bit okay. So you can see the leaves. So all these branches came from this huge tree up here, and you can see that they have a lot. There are a lot. I'm just imagining if by then it actually started snowing at night. So I was imagining if someone was passing here, then the branches will fall. It would have been very dangerous. As you can see, they have huge branches actually, sorry. So it means that it was very dangerous to walk on this place when it was snowing, because if it snows like this, it is somehow tricky even for the workers because it is very extreme. It is an extreme condition. So what I want to tell you, you can see some of the impact of the snowstorm and on the trees, because this tree was very huge, just like these ones, and it had to fall because maybe it was not that stable here. So the weight, it could not sustain the weight of the snowstorm, so it had to fall on the pond down there. And that here we have water, but now I'm very sure it has formed ice because it is very cold and it cannot remain in water as normal. So I know it has solidified and formed an ice. So basically, this is now. I think it has dried because maybe it has taken too long. You can see the roots were not that, or the roots were not that that stable there. So it had to fall down because it was not stable. It is very, 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 very tricky. So even as you can see there, the farthest end is also uh, a small forest, and they have a lot of branches because the branches said to fall down. The branches said to fall a lot on the. You can just see the destruction there a lot, and even on the road. Maybe if you watch a previous video, a video that I posted yesterday, the road and the public transport yesterday could not move. Maybe today they have resumed, but not fully still. And you can see even that huge tree has also fell because just of the same explanation like the other one. Maybe it was a weak, but that one was strong. You can see the leaves were a bit stronger compared to the other one that we left the other time, the other place. But it had to fall. So meaning that we had rainstorms, not rainstorms, but snowstorms. As you can see, even from the leaves, they are still there. So they are heavy. When they fall on the leaves, they exert that weight that is not needed. The plants cannot sustain. You can see even from here, the forest, the trees have fallen, the branches have fallen a lot. So the actually workers working here in the morning, they were trying to cut them so that maybe they can take them clear this place. But here you can see the huge destruction that it has caused here. So it is a bit tricky. And they can do nothing because they just nature. Nature has it so it is a bit tricky for them. You can see the destruction here. Here used to be a path, but now it is blocked. It is a path there to the gate, but now it has been blocked. So people have to move from here. Actually, yesterday we could not pass here, but now they had to clear it for people. So maybe guys can move normally. You can see the destruction in this small forest here. It is very bad. It was very intense. Big branches had to fall down because the ice was that weighty. It had a lot of weight on maybe on the, but still you can see birds. So it means that the birds can survive. Maybe the species that they have here can survive this cold weather, and it happens. Yeah. So these are some of the people who are working on the action. So they try to clear because yesterday we had branches all way, even in the road and everything. You can see trees are still falling. And maybe if I go close, you can see the ice on the leaves. So these are the things that are causing the branches to fall, because if they accumulate several like this on their leaves, they add that weight. So if they find that a plant is not that stable, that plant will have to fall. They uproot it. Uh, so that's what happens. So maybe sorry for the noise, a bit of noise, because we are going to pass next to the action. So maybe in the next uh, few seconds, we'll have few noise. So here are some just workers. They are trying to clear. These are the people who are clearing, and this is the action that they are using to cut the branches. As you can see, it is a hard work for them, and it's something that is different with China. As you can see, those who are doing manual jobs are somehow the elderly. Something is that is a bit different with our country. Well, the jobs, manual jobs like this, you just find the youth. Doing. So it is somehow different, and you can see the distraction. It was intense for the. I'm just imagining how for some forests are now, because I'm very sure it is intense. You can see the winter, the the snow was intense. Here is a this is where we always used to play football actually, just to get to exercise before going back to the office. We always exercise here and do our soccer, uh, just to remain fit and for our health. But now you can see, you can't know that here is just a field. It is now filled with ice, very cold. You can see still the destruction of the forest and trees. They have very many branches. So the branches had to fall down. You can see from the huge trees. But here the trees did not fall because maybe they are strongly rooted. Mm. So it is still a bit tricky. uh, uh, I think here they have to also these plants are also just adapted to these seasons, because during winter like this, it is very rare to find a plant like this with the leaves just normal. Most of them always loosen their leaves during winter. Then when it comes to spring or autumn, they again they again grow the leaves. The leaves sprout normally, and the vegetative part of it. So you can just see it was really intense on the huge trees. For the small ones like this, of course they are stable, so they can't fall. The branches doesn't break easily like the huge ones that I showed on the other side. But but still, they had a lot of distraction. Uh, Maybe for the next 2 days or the next few days, the workers will have a lot of work. They will have a lot of work because there are very many branches. They will have to work. Maybe this one could not fall because maybe it is stable. Be careful. Thank you. Yeah, it just reminding me to be careful. Actually, it is they concern a lot because walking here is very dangerous because the branches can just fall anytime because they are now weak because of the snowstorms that have dropped from their leaves and stem. Wow. So here is always very beautiful. It is always a nice view, but now you can't see the flowers and and the plants that are grown here for actually the aesthetic plants that have been grown here. Now they're not visible. Wow, it's very cold. Maybe for those who are experiencing, for me, I'm from Kenya. So from Kenya, in Kenya, we doesn't experience these extreme weather conditions. We just experience rainy and dry seasons. But now here we have summer, which is very cold, very very hot, and now winter, very cold. So they have the two extremes. Still, they also have a short autumn and spring. So here they have to adapt to each, either the cold or the hot seasons. So you can't know that here is a huge. Actually, if you watch my videos, there is a video that I recorded about the kiwi fruits. So this is the path that it is a path heading to the to the farm. It is a huge farm of kiwi fruits there. So here it is actually like this. This is also a huge path, but now here is you can see there is blocked with the trees. The trees fell so and blocked the path, so it is a bit tricky for people to move to the other side. But still, people have to move because there are people working on the other side. As you can see, there are indications that people had moved to that side. So I want to go to the further side, but still you can see there are trees that have fallen, and there are several branches just like this up to the farthest end. So it just show the impact of this snowstorm on the trees. And here we have huge trees, and you can see uh, also they felt the impact of the snowstorm. So uh, is this because for the time that I've been in China, it is now for some years now, I haven't experienced such uh, extreme snowing or snowstorm, because it used to snow during winter, but not this much. And also, it always snow in January. Now it is snowing in February. So is this telling us more about climate change or something like that? Maybe you can leave a comment about it. Ah, look, the huge tree. It was a branch from this huge tree here. I think that night it was very dangerous to walk on this path. You can see this is a path heading to our office. Now walking there is very tricky. Maybe I'll just have to jump. But here you have huge trees. It is always a very nice view. And the water here is not from the ice, just like the other one. Maybe it is because it is not open like the other pond. Uh, they have several branches. I think the whole of this week, the workers will have a lot of work. They will have a lot of work. They will have a lot to do. So that's what I have for today. Thank you for watching. I'll have to go back to office, and please leave a comment and subscribe for more videos about China and everything. Thank you and bye bye.